Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing good?
Yep.
Doing your best to stay cool?
Trying my best.
It's hard to do, isn't it? You can't even walk from the front door out to your vehicle without starting to sweat. So
bad storm came through yesterday. And,
it did, didn't it?
Blocked the railroad track. The big tree and limbs fell down on the track, and they had that blocked for.
Which intersection?
I'm trying to think the one I come down.
Cherry.
The one up from Cherry.
Orange
Street.
Yeah.
Orange Street. Man.
Okay.
So
it was Orange Street. Yeah, I got a text yesterday saying the lights downtown are off. Some of the lights are off, so apparently that must have had something to do with it.
I had to go all the way around. Had to go the overpass to get through town. So.
Yeah. And we got knocked off for about 10 minutes here at the radio station. The power went off and had to fire the transmitter back up, and that took about 10 minutes. So we were off a little bit because of that thunder. And that's this time of year. You know, we're in the dog days of summer right now, so you've always got this. Most days you got that, you know, anywhere from 40 to 70% chance of showers in the afternoon.
This the time of year anybody can be a weatherman.
Anybody could be a weartherman this year.
Just say sunny, hot, chance of rain.
Hot and humid with a good chance of showers.
Right.
Heat index values over 100.
That's right.
Pretty easy.
Sign them up.
Carbon coffee every day.
That's what I say. Every day. It's the same old. Because that's the forecast every day. But
yep, that's pretty much today, tomorrow, and the next day, and. Let's see after that, Bob, because I usually do a 3-day forecast.
That was a pretty bad storm yesterday.
Yep. And then Friday, guess what? Mostly sunny and hot, 60% chance of showers. Saturday, partly sunny, 95 and above, they say hot. 94 and below, they just say partly sunny. So partly sunny, high of 94 on Saturday, 70% chance of showers on Saturday. And Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 93. 60% chance of showers. So anywhere from 93 to 97 degrees with that anywhere from 50 to 70% chance of showers in the afternoon, and that's it all the way through Sunday. Pretty much it. And the Altamaha River level is at 6.1 feet, and it's just barely falling, getting down to around 4.9 feet by Saturday. So pretty low river level right now. And so President Trump picked his vice president to run with him on the ticket, and there's some people excited about it. Some people are not excited about it. Of course, people who are not excited about it are the Democrats. The Republicans are all excited about it. And so the junior senator from Ohio is the person that's going to be on the ticket with him. He's only like 38 years old or something like that. He's a millennial. Yeah, he's a millennial millennial, and he's one of the youngest vice presidents. Nixon, I think, was a young one. There was other ones through the years that were vice presidents that were pretty young. You've got to be 36, according to the Constitution, to be able to run for president. So you've got to be over that to be vice president because, if something happens to the president, you got to take over.
Right.
Yeah. So 38 years old, junior senator from Ohio. And so it'll be interesting. He was one of these people when Trump was running the first time that was just anti-Trump. Back before Trump became president in 2016, he was just elected in. He was really one of these anti-Trump peoples. But as he got to know Trump during his 4 years in the as president and the years after, he's become one of the biggest Trump supporters out there. And so he changed his tune there. And so I guess Trump is feeling that maybe he'll be able to get the Midwest vote with Ohio and Michigan and Pennsylvania and stuff like that. Maybe get the younger vote out there because he is only 38 years old. So it'll be interesting. He's a former Marine. There's been a Netflix movie about him. He's quite a guy, and so it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. Yes, it will. Did you watch any of the convention last night, Bob?
No, I was watching Home Run Derby.
Home Run Derby. Who won that thing last night? It was a Dodger, wasn't it?
And Dodger Hernandez. He's got a strange first name, but
Hernandez won it, huh?
Hernandez, first LA Dodger. Marcell Ozuna for the Braves just choked. That's all he can say. It was a choke job for Marcell Ozuna. He didn't do well at all. So disappointed in that, but he'll be in the All-Star game tonight along with Chris Sale and Lopez, the pitcher. So the home run winner was Tessocar, Tessocar, Tessocar Hernandez of the LA Dodgers.
Okay.
Winner
First, can you imagine? That's hard to believe. That's the first Dodger that's ever won the home run derby.
Ken Griffey
All the
Jr.
talent they've
there.
had there through all the years.
It was just they had good people there in the set. And it said Ken Griffey Jr., 3-time home run derby winner, was there giving pointer. So all the Phillies were there supporting their guys. So it was fun to watch.
Okay. And that name of the vice president that Donald Trump picked to be his vice president to run on his ticket is J.D. Vance. I knew his initials, but I just couldn't remember that last name. J.D. Vance is the name of the junior senator from Ohio that's going to be running on the Trump ticket as the VP. J.D. Vance. Very charismatic guy. You watch him talk and listen to him, he's just very charismatic.
Trump did make an appearance. He's got a big bandage on his ear.
Yeah, got a big old bandage on that right ear right there.
He didn't speak last night, but he came out there, sat in the audience and listened to some of the speeches. So I did see that on the news this morning. So.
Okay. Now, you reported on the Piranhas and their places in the state swim meet this past Friday and Saturday at Moultrie. A lot of the swimmers did pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of first place finishes.
A lot of gold handed out to Wayne County Piranhas. Yeah, and silver.
Good showing up there in Moultrie, Georgia. So hats off to Coach Oliver and the Piranhas. Good showing up in Moultrie, Georgia. So a lot of state winners. It's good to know.
And that's good. That is really good to know. So congratulations to the Piranhas on another successful season. They're doing very well in district, taking 41 swimmers from district to go to state, and then win a lot of medals and there at state meet this past Friday and Saturday.
And we got several tennis individuals competing in state this week in Moultrie. We got the state golf match Thursday in Alma, Georgia.
Okay.
Red Robertson and Austin Carter are competing in that. So summer's not over yet for recreation, but it's winding down. So the state swim meet was held this past weekend, the state tennis and state golf this week, and then they'll wrap it up and get ready for football, cheerleading, and soccer and all that good stuff.
Okay. That's
Busy
right.
time.
Got those fall sports coming up. Football, soccer, I don't know what else.
The high school football team headed to Lyons County this week for a football camp, so wish them the best down there. Safe travels.
Okay. Yeah, well, safe travels and be careful out there in the sea. It's interesting to say they're going to do their camp late one afternoon and early the next morning. That's really the only way you can do it these days. You can't out there and practice out there when its heat index value is over 100, 104, 105, 106.
I don't see it getting any cooler by August 8th, so when that Thursday night scrimmage against Effingham County takes place.
I really, for all those years, they had ball games at 8 o'clock, just like graduation they used to have at 8 o'clock. Try to wait for the sun to go down because, half the season is pretty hot. But for some reason, years ago, they decided to change it to 7:30, thinking they were going to save a few bucks in electricity by not cutting the lights on quite as soon. 30 minutes.
That's why they're doing it. Is that why
that's the reason why they did it, was to try to save a few bucks to go to 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock, so maybe the lights wouldn't run as much. But they still cut the lights on anyway. But if you had graduation, if you had the games all beginning like they did for eons back when I was in high school, back when my sons were in high school, at Wayne County High School and all that, then it would be a little easier on people. They wouldn't have, because sunset right now is not until about 8. I can tell you the exact sun time, 8:33. Okay, and so by the time that football comes in, it'll be 8:20 or something like that. And so I really feel that if we want to save ourselves from the heat of the sun, go back to what we did for like 70, 80 years. Kick off at 8 o'clock, graduation 8 o'clock, and that'll save a lot of folks from heating to death. But no matter how much I talk about it, it doesn't change, Bob.
Eventually, they're going to get smart and they're going to switch the seasons. When you start school in August, they're going to have baseball season and not football season. Then when you come back after the Christmas break, then you'll start football season. So
that'll be interesting to see because
That's
people are so used forever for football to be in the fall. Football. You think about that. The pros play then. The college players play then. Everybody plays then. Baseball goes from the cold of winter into the heat of summer, and then in October when it starts cooling down again. And football starts in the heat and ends when it's very cold. So no matter what you do in these sports, you start off with one extreme and go to the other extreme because they play such long seasons.
I just don't understand why we're playing football in 100-degree heat and playing baseball when it's freezing cold in February. So it makes no sense to me. But
well, most of the weather's pretty warm. That's we start in cold, but we end in hot.
Those first couple of weeks are brutal.
Yeah, but football starts in hot and ends in cold, brutal. So it's both ways.
When did it get cold? Me and Joe, we went all the way to late October. Didn't have a jacket.
Not until November.
Yeah,
not until November. Not until November did it get.
You got to make the playoffs to get in November. So
yeah, so
it's just crazy. It's hot. It'll be brutal. I said that first month of the season is just brutal for those kids in football.
They need to change it back to 8 o'clock. There was a reason why we had it at 8 o'clock all the way up to about 15 years ago. Same way with graduation. You waited until the sunset. It may be toward later in the season. You may, in October sometime, you may change it to 7:30. But at least start off August and September at 8 o'clock where the sun's going down so you don't sit there and heat to death. But for some reason, nobody wants to go back to the old days.
We just need to hit the lottery, build an indoor facility, and air condition. It'll be all good.
Do you know of any? I don't know of any high school stadiums that are indoors. Do you?
I do.
They're all outdoors. High school. I don't know of any that's indoors. Now there's indoor practice facilities for football teams.
Maybe up north there are indoor facilities. I'm not sure. Like Michigan or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, the big house up there with Michigan University, it's outside. Lambeau Field's outside.
Interesting to listen to the SEC commissioner yesterday. They kept asking about Clemson and FSU trying to join the SEC. He said, "No, we're good where we're at. We got 16
FSU
teams.
and Clemson trying to join the SEC.
Eventually, they're going to.
Well, they're the cream of the crop of the ACC. Why wouldn't they want to stay there?
They went out of the ACC. Where you been? FSU sued the ACC. They went out.
I know they all want out, but I'm just asking why. You can win the conference every year. One of the two's probably going to win the conference every year.
They want to be with the big boys. They want to be with the SEC.
There must be more money with the SEC than the ACC because it's always about the money.
It's
always about the money.
You can bet there's more money in the SEC than the ACC. That's a fact. Kirby takes the stage today. Be interested to see how that goes because they're going to be bombarding with all these reckless driving cases that are taking place up in Athens, Georgia. And when you give these kids these NIL money, they go out and buy these Porsche vehicles. They want to see how fast they go. Unfortunately, they said that the problem is that the fine is like $65. So they said you need to up the fine, make it more stringent. So, but that's the big story. AJC had a big story. New York Times had a big story. They're just bombarding, saying that Kirby doesn't have control, that the players are out of control. So it's like the 9th incident where a kid's been arrested in the last year. So plus they had the death that took place. So it'd be interesting to see how all the questions are directed to him today during SEC media.
And that's been going on for years. I mean, you remember when the former Florida coach, what's his name? I already forgot his name. The coach,
Urban Cryer.
No, the one before that.
Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier. Remember when Steve Spurrier used to say he played in Georgia in September because there always going to be 2 or 3 people that were suspended for a few games because what they did during the summer. He always wanted to play Georgia in September because some of their best players are going to be suspended for doing stupid stuff.
The old ball
but
coach.
It happens everywhere. We just know more about Georgia because we're involved with it, But kids are going to be kids no matter where they are.
I got to find something to give criticism. So, but it'll be interesting how the questions go today up in Dallas, Texas, SEC meeting. But he's supposed to take the podium today at 10 o'clock. So, looking forward to watching that.
Do you know that Nick Saban, of course, been going to the SEC meetings every single year, just walks right in,
As
has
a
no
coach,
credentials.
right.
But now he's a reporter. He goes up to walk into the facility there, and he didn't have his credential because he's never even thought about it.
Yeah,
Nick Saban was turned away.
they said
He had to go back to his room to get his credential to get into the SEC meetings there.
He said he has credential on, and for some reason he changed ties and he forgot it, so he got into the entrance, and the guy didn't know who he was and told me he didn't have
Can you
credential.
believe that, Nick Saban? Turned away. Who are you?
Who's this guy?
I mean, you're not even out a year. People are forgetting you already.
I want to know who is this person who's working SEC Media Day and doesn't know who Nick Saban is. That's what I want. How did he get a job?
How do you get a job? Yeah.
Are you serious? You don't know who Nick Saban is? I just surprised that he just said, okay, I'll go back and get it. And like, he didn't put up a fuss or fight.
No, he went back and got it because now he's on the other side. He's a reporter now. And so he has to have that credential to be into the SEC meetings there. But I just thought that was funny as I don't know why.
Yeah, it was kind of comical. But I wonder how this guy get a job not knowing who Nick Saban is.
Only the most successful college
That's
coach of all
saying,
time. He's got a statue. Here's a picture of my statue in front of the Alabama Stadium. You want more ID?
I should have showed him his championship ring.
Yeah, look at my rings. Yeah. How many does he have? Like 7? That's funny as I don't know what. It makes for a good story. I'm glad it happened because we can talk about it. It's funny as I don't know what. But the All-Star game tonight, where's it being held, Bob?
Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
I'm excited. My pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Skeen, the number one
That's
pick out of
right.
LSU, he gets to start tonight. He's been on fire. Throws about 102 miles per hour. So him against Aaron Judge in that first inning is going to be fun to watch. So, but Pittsburgh's finally got a decent pitcher. Probably get to hold him on for maybe one more year.
Yeah, he's going to be gone
Right.
soon. He's going to be gone soon. Maybe the Braves can pick up
I
next
just
year.
want
or
to
something.
enjoy it while I got it.
Yeah, he'll be gone.
Because I know we're not going to pay him.
No, he'll be gone.
We don't pay anybody. So.
Yeah, so maybe the Braves can pick him up. Yeah, that'd be great. Braves can pick him up.
Right now, he's in the Pirate uniform. Pittsburgh's at 500 at the break it on. They're like a game and a half away from a playoff.
Man.
So I'm getting excited for the second half of the season.
Sheesh.
I'd love to see the Pirates make the playoffs.
I know that excites you. It's been a long time since they've been.
Long time since they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It'd be a miracle if they make the playoffs, but there's a lot of excitement with this young pitcher. He's fun to watch.
Next 70s and 80s and early 90s, mid-90s, they were always
still,
there.
I'm still mad they pulled him. He had a no-hitter after 7 innings, and they pulled him.
I know.
I don't know why. Why would you pull him?
It's because it's all the numbers these
Doesn't
days. You get X
matter.
amount of pitches, you're out.
You know how hard it is to throw a no-hitter? I mean, he had a chance.
He had a chance, had 2 more innings, but they wanted,
Save
pitching no-hitter
his
was not more important than trying to save his arm. And you can understand that in the long term. It's not there for the individual; it's there for the team.
I mean, could you imagine being a fan in the stands? You got a chance to watch a no-hitter, and they pull the pitcher. Come on, what are we doing? That's a bad move.
Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Nice.
You don't want him to hurt his arm. You want him to. You got the rest of the season to go, and one game is not a season make, and so he don't.
It's
you want him-
history. It's a no-hitter. People don't get to see it very often.
No, they don't. He
It's
still had 2 more innings to
It's
go.
historic
or 3 more
thing.
innings.
He's never threw a no-hitter in his life. That's what I was surprised to hear that. He said never threw a no-hitter in Little League, college, never. But had an opportunity the other day, but our manager pulled him.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that was a smart move.
I think it
they're
was a
trying
dumb
to.
move.
You're trying to look at the entire
I
season.
disagree. Dumb move. Let him pitch, get a no-hitter. Set history.
Yeah.
No telling when the last time a Pirate threw a no-hitter.
Go back and look at the record books many moons ago.
Probably back in the 1920s.
Well, there's a couple of meetings going on today here in Jesup, in Wayne County. What's happening, Bob?
The school board meets today. City meets tonight. School board's that's the most interesting meeting. Where are they going to be at the budget? What's going to be different about the budget to make them pass a budget today than back in June? So, plus want to find out where they're going with this ROTC and ag building. Right now it's on hold because they rejected all the bids. So, a lot going on today at the school board meeting. So, have a full report tomorrow and see what all takes place. So, it should be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. And what time of the school board meeting today?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. And
the city meets at 7.
Okay. Anything important on the
from my
Jesup's
sources say the most exciting thing on the city agenda is the executive session for personnel. So,
okay,
see what takes place there.
Another 3-hour executive session.
It'll help me. I'll be able to get there.
You'll be able to get there in time. Y'all take your time, boys.
Yes, I'll have to be at the school board meeting first. So,
all right.
But both those meetings at the same days with the school board. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Like I said, they got to get a budget, and that's the main thing. I mean, it's the first time in years they haven't passed a budget. But their budget runs from July 1 to end of June. Normally they pass it before the July 1, but they were not able to reach an agreement at the June meeting, so they passed a spending resolution, and we'll see what changes today.
Okay. Well, Bob will have a full report on those meetings tomorrow morning around 7:15 or a local newscast. You can hear what happened tomorrow morning, with probably maybe some interviews or features or whatever.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see on that.
I have my recorder in hand for sure. Record what we can.
Record what you can. Okay.
See what takes place.
When you talk to the TY of the McGill at the camp, did he mention anything about his thoughts this year for the San Francisco 49ers? Or
no, he's excited. What really shocked me, he let me know that thanks to our World Wide Web, he's tuned in every Friday night to the Wayne County High School football game.
He is. TY is?
Yeah.
Every Friday night?
Every Friday night. He said it's like clockwork. He said that's. I was shocked. I was like, here's an NFL player getting ready for a game.
He's a former Wayne County Yellow Jacket. I would too.
I was impressed. I was like,
Yeah.
He said to give a shout out to Joe. He said he loves the color commentator. He said he just thoroughly enjoyed the broadcast.
Yeah.
He said he tuned in every Friday night. So I was just glad,
Yeah.
That's
out
what's
there
great.
with San Francisco after
great.
a day of practice.
That's what's great about the World Wide Web. Everybody, all these former Wayne County people can tune in. So
we had some folks from Wayne County that was in Romania. I don't know if they were vacationing, visit family, whatever the case may be, but they either text or emailed in, I'm not sure which one, a birthday for somebody locally. Now, I've had them all around the states, around the country do that when people are out of town, or they live out of town, they want to wish somebody here in town a happy birthday. But I've never had one from across the sea. That was the first one a few weeks ago.
He's in a good spot. Like I said, he's excited about, being with the San Francisco 49ers team is definitely capable of going all the way. But he looks good. And like I said, I just didn't realize it's been 10 years since, that's a long
flies,
time.
Bob. We're getting old.
Time does fly.
We're getting older. I'm not going to say we're getting old. We're getting older.
But that's what I was impressed with. He said he tunes in every Friday night to the high school football game. So
good.
That's good to know.
Good to know.
We can give him a shout out during this season.
Right. All right. Anything else, Bob?
Just hope the National League can win an All-Star game.
Me too. The National League.
Yeah.
Braves got any players there?
They've got 3.
3 players.
They've got 2 pitchers and Marcell Ozuna. So.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
All-Star game tonight. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup, and the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.